The powers that be on the Allied side had come to the decision that the trenches were going to be a temporary measure. With this in mind, they did not put a lot of effort into strengthening the structures or make them at all comfortable for their troops. However, the German command knew after the failure of the Western Front invasion that they would be staying in northern France for the foreseeable future. This thinking resulted in stronger and more habitable defensive lines being constructed. The German army attacked France from Belgium, allowing the Kaiser's army to take control of higher ground, whereas the British and French troops had to make do with lowlands and valleys, often resulting in boggy wet trenches and intolerable living conditions. This is the German Observation Trench, one of our sets on the independent feature film Pendragon. Join me as I document the behind-the-scenes activities in this series of video diaries, as I report from the front line. One thing I really enjoy about doing these video diaries is allowing you guys to get a sneaky peek at some of the various items we have on the sets that will most likely not be very visible when watching the final film. You can have a little look and see all the effort that's gone into making these sets just right, and so many of these details are accurate. Here we see Johnny and Alex planning where to put the camera. Although this is quite a simple scene, we will still be utilising the crane and the track and dolly. The trench walls are over 7 foot tall, so any exterior shots will still require this extensive hardware. We had 6 actors today, all playing German soldiers, and as usual, they all needed to be dirtied down. Anyone turning up on this shoot for an in-front of camera position can expect to get filthy. You might be an out-of-focus blur in the background, but even that won't save you from getting pitted. Here we see Lindsay and Ronnie checking the script and blocking the scene. We are all about precision on this shoot, and planning is key. There is very little room for improv in a scene like this. Nina is back on set, making sure the German dialogue and accents are correct. It's one thing to get the lines right, but if you sound like a Northern Englishman speaking German, then the job's knackered. With this set, we wanted beams of light illuminating the mist as it pierces the cracks and gaps between the wood. However, it's a waiting game with the fog, as it comes in very thick and we can't see anything, so we have to wait for it to settle and let the wisps linger in the air. But then it doesn't last long and we have to give the set another quick blast before starting another take. Fortunately, the scene really is roughly about 1 minute, so we can work around that time frame easily. When making a period film, it's vital that everything the camera sees is accurate. Uniforms and set dressings have to be double checked. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Whilst filming some of these behind the scenes shots, I actually took my hat off and I left it on the set. It wasn't until after the first take I realised I didn't have it. Fortunately, it was under a table and not visible. But had it been on that footage, I'd have just died. Probably because Ronnie would have throttled me. So I hope you've enjoyed these insights, and I hope to speak to you again soon, as I report from the front line.